What's going on with NVIDIA? Joe comes out today and tells us that NVIDIA can't sell any more chips to Russia and China. What's that going to do to their numbers? Why is his stock up so high? What's his name? Jim Reed of Deutsche Bank came out today and said that the price to sales ratio on NVIDIA was 10x and now it's 40x, while the S&P is 2.4x and the Nasdaq is 3.6x. How can you value NVIDIA at the price it is? Well, I'm sorry, but I and some others are projecting that NVIDIA's price is going to go to $699 by the end of 2024 and will be $458, up from $418 before the end of this year. How is this possible? Well, all you got to do is crunch the numbers. I did that in another video, but I'll go through it again. In fact, I've created an analysis of it that I've put on a PDF that I'll be happy to share with you. I'll put a link to it in the description, and you just send me your email address. I'll send you my total analysis. It's not only my analysis, but Wall Street's analysis, so that you can see why NVIDIA is going to explode. But this is not financial advice, and I'll get a little more into it right after this.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
I think the real bridge that we have to cross is that we're going into a new era. Much as our world changed when the World Wide Web turned into the internet that we know today, and we were introduced to the ability to search for anything and get an answer, and then we were introduced to e-commerce and then social media, and our whole world has changed. And so it was anything we wanted, we could reach out to the internet and get. Now we're going to go into artificial intelligence, and it's not only reach out and get it, it's ask a question and get an answer, and then ask another question and get an answer, and then ask another question and get an answer. Well, that's going to require a lot of data flowing back and forth, and our internet as we know it, our data centers as we know them, aren't capable of doing that yet. That's what's coming. So they're being upgraded, and that's why NVIDIA chips have to go into all of these data centers and upgrade them. I listened to that thing that of Joe saying that he doesn't want NVIDIA to be selling chips to Russia and China, and I thought, Joe, he doesn't have enough to sell to Russia and China. He isn't going to be able to make enough to take care of the demand that he's going to receive just here in the United States and in the Western Europe. So the fact is, NVIDIA has other problems as opposed to what is their price to book ratio. They are going to be able, I believe, from the research I've done, to sell every chip that they can get, and they'll get a premium price for it. And at the same time, this is happening in other stocks, and I've recognized it because I go through a deep analysis, not only looking at what's happening in the future, but what's happened in the past and what happened to the stock prices when the earnings per share in the past went up 300%, like they're going to do this next year for NVIDIA. Well, the price goes up accordingly. Okay, so if you'll just do the numbers and then keep your ear to the ground and understand what is going to happen. Again, Nita, my wife, asked me, what is this artificial intelligence and how important is it going to be? And my answer to her is, How important do you think fire was to the caveman? How do you think that changed his world? How do you think how important do you think the telephone was? Well, as opposed to what did they call it, where you just tap 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 Morse code. That's how it changed the world. How has the internet changed the world? Well, that's where we're at. Put all those together, and they will not equal the power of the change of artificial intelligence. Think about this. I have a mind. That's my intelligence. And you can ask me a question, and I can give you an answer. Now, give me the power of all the knowledge in the world and put it at my fingertips. And that's artificial intelligence. Now you ask me a question, you give me 3 seconds, and I can answer any question you got. I don't care if it's about physics. I don't care about nuclear science, of which I know absolutely nothing about. But you give me 4 seconds and ChatGPT or Bard or what's coming in the future, and I can answer any question you've got. Okay, I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm a crazy man who just believes that I was lucky enough to live long enough to see the opportunity to make millions if I pick the right stocks. But I gotta understand what's happened in the past, what's happening today, and what's going to happen in the future. And if I can use artificial intelligence to pull that data off the internet and put it on my analysis sheet that I've created, I can tell you what they're going to sell for next year. This is where I'm going. If you want to come along, just come get on the bus.